Marsha is magnetic. Marsha is magnetic. Text by Beth Ferry. Illustrations by Lorena Alvarez. Published by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. Marsha was a scientist with a problem. A big problem. A big birthday party problem. Although she knew that birthdays were just the measure of the Earth's rotation around the sun, other people had other ideas. Her mom was in full party mode, decorating the walls, making the piñata, baking, and smiling and skipping around the house. "Don't forget to hand out the invitations," her mom sang. Thus, the big birthday party problem. There was only one solution: the scientific method. 1. Make an observation. 2. Ask a question. 3. Formulate a hypothesis. 4. Test the hypothesis. 5. Analyze the data. 6. Make a conclusion. Step 1. Observe. At school the next day, Marsha observed Krista. She noted her study habits, sports skills, hairstyles, and clothing choices. But no matter how she sorted the data, she could not figure it out. "Why is she popular?" Marsha mused. "Kids are just naturally drawn to her," her mother answered. Kids were not drawn to Marsha. Oh, sometimes they drew her. She was pretty easy to sketch. With copper curls and owl glasses, most kids drew a pretty good likeness. But as for liking her, well, not so much. Marsha's scientific experiments repelled people. Growing mold, studying slime, keeping rats as pets. Step 2. Question. "How does Krista have so many friends?" Marsha asked. "Maybe she has a great sense of humor," her dad said, "or a magnetic personality." Of course, Marsha thought. That's it. Step 3. Hypothesis. So Marsha did what any good scientist would do. She ordered supplies. Overnight delivery. When her package arrived, she went right to work. She hammered and pounded and coiled and plugged. She measured and glued and stapled. Soon her creation was finished, and it was perfect. When Marsha came down the next morning, her mother said, My, don't you look attractive." "I feel attractive," Marsha answered. She sat down, and clank, the spoon flew toward her. She pried it off and tried again. Clank. "I'll just have bread," she said, keeping clear of the refrigerator and the toaster. As she walked through the kitchen, objects flew toward her and stuck. "Do you have anything to tell me?" her mother asked. "No, Mom, just planning on a great day." Step 4. Testing. Marsha walked confidently down the hall. Within seconds, Amy zoomed toward her. Hi, Marsha said. I think I'm stuck to you, Amy replied. Perfect, said Marsha. Let's walk to class together. As they walked, Marsha noticed Amy's earrings. Do you like cupcakes? They're my favorite, said Amy. Mine too, said Marsha. Did you know that baking cupcakes requires a chemical reaction? That's cool, Amy said. Marsha handed her an invitation. Cupcakes at my house this weekend. Sure, said Amy. Marsha beamed. As they walked, more and more kids stuck to Marsha by their watches and bracelets. Through their backpacks and belts, Marsha tucked and tied invitations to everyone she could reach. A sculpture of students tumbled into the art room. Step 5. Data. Mr. Allen sorted everyone out by physically pulling them off Marsha. Marsha quickly sorted the data. Her dress was a success. At the end of class, Marsha tried to get up, but she was stuck tight. As he tugged her free, Mr. Allen said, "Maybe you should visit the nurse." Marsha was late for gym, but no one seemed to notice. Problem? Marsha asked. Mrs. Freeney lost the key. Now we can't have the kickball tournament. Marsha knew just what to do. She ran to the nurse and retrieved her creation. This time, she plugged it in. The magnet shivered and shook and hummed. The door quivered and buckled and banged. Finally, the doors burst open as the cart came charging through, flinging balls into the air. Kids yelled and jumped and chased. Marsha quietly unplugged her super magnet and watched the hullabaloo. But soon she found herself surrounded by cheering kids. It was just the reaction she had hoped for. Marsha's birthday party was positively wonderful. She collected lots of data and presents, and even some new friends. And at the end of the day, Marsha concluded that the best way to make friends. Step 6. Conclusion. Was to just be herself.